All right, good morning. It is February 18th, Thursday, New York session. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm in GJ right now. Nice GJ buy after a retest. Got Christian in here. What's up, brother?
Good morning, bro. How you doing?
How are you?
Just literally hopping out the cold shower, so I'm like shivering.
It's all good. Dude, cold shower was brutal this morning.
Yeah, man, it was. I got
Good though.
started a little late today. I woke up at 4:45 and then just passed out again and woke up 5:15. I was like, fuck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yo, what's up, Duke? How you doing?
hey, doing great.
In
Yeah,
GJ
Lee, what
right
up,
now.
how you
Lee?
guys doing?
What up, dude?
Hey guys, it's
All
good to
right.
be here.
Yes, sir.
How was your day, Duke?
Well, it was great. I was eyeing EJ during London, and
Okay.
it gave me a fake out, but luckily I didn't get into the trade. Yeah, I think it has been ranging. EJ has been ranging instead of feeling the good traffic.
Yeah, it's probably trying to figure out what it wants to do. I am in GJ right now. I like this setup right here. I'm just gonna throw these in my journal. Let's see. Lee, how you doing, buddy? Justin,
And shit.
you had a rough week so far.
Fucking probably the worst I've ever had in my life.
Okay. What would you attest that to?
Fucking trading too many pairs. Just being a from bell end, really.
Yeah. See, with you, I mean, you got to understand that. You were testing something out, something else out first. You're also this is your first couple of weeks with a live account, right?
Yeah.
So it's and as you know, it's a whole different game. You have to keep your cool, have to keep everything. Don't worry about it. It's just money. You're building the skill, and you're a lot farther ahead than a lot of people are at your stage. So just keep that confidence. Put the work in. Back test this weekend. These are the weekends that basically built my confidence. Where I would have a losing week and I'd be all right. I go into the weekend, back test the shit out of my pair, and go forward from there. But it's okay to have a losing day. It's okay to have a losing week. It might be all right to have a losing month, but it's definitely not all right to have a losing year. And you got to look at the year, but you also have to focus on each hour, each day, and look at the micro aspect of each day as well. But um, don't get discouraged or anything like that. I know it's very easy to. You just got to keep your head, keep your cool, emotions in check, mechanical, right?
Yeah, it's fucking. I was doing good for the last 2 weeks, and then just started using magic keys, and it just went downhill.
You see how important discipline is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just.
Were
I
you
don't
over
know.
trading?
A little bit, but it was just more to do with magic keys.
What do you mean magic keys?
Just because I've never I've never used them before. So the past few weeks I've just been using my phone at closed positions, whereas just a complete. I think it's just trying to get used to using them.
Okay. All right.
Sometimes I try and close a position, but if my mouse is on the wrong screen, it fucking doesn't close positions.
Yeah. Well, like I said in our text, just lower your risk for next week. You said you're done this week. Just back test, live back test. Make sure that you are, on top of your game when Sunday comes around, when Monday comes around, and just, dude, treat this thing like a business. You have a down week or you have a down day. You go into the weekend and you put the work in. Make sure you got everything in check, and then you go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it gets a bit better.
Yeah. I'm confident it will. You're just at the beginning, dude. Right at the beginning. A lot of people are much farther off than you are. But as I've been saying, you just got to stick with one strategy, one pair, keep the discipline in check, simple things down, dumb things down, and sacrifice next week when it comes to like risking and stuff. Like, you're not going to be making as much, but at least you're gaining your confidence back so that the following week, it's the whole domino effect.
Yeah, that's what
Compound
I'll
effect.
probably do. Try and get back to the way it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be good, dude. We got Christian in here. Let's go, baby.
It work. It early work. Cold shower. It's shivering.
Yeah, that cold shower, man, that gets you going.
Man, I got they closed my school today, so I'm off today. So I'll be sitting and trading.
Let's go. No,
You feel me?
you guys got a lot of snow down there?
Barely. But they said it's gonna ice real bad, so
That's awesome.
yeah.
Now you get to make a little money.
Mm.
Is anybody in GJ right now?
Yeah, I took it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
I was, but I closed it.
I was waiting for a 5 minute to close bullish since I heard y'all pretty late. I wanted to
It's on the
see
4 hour. It
5
looks like
minutes.
it's doing a head and shoulders, so I just thought I'm getting out in case it's a second shoulder that I was entering on.
True. I'm going based off history and what GJ does when it makes this high up here, right? Comes down, creates support, comes right back up to retest it. And it's on that path right now. I waited for the retest. I was patient. We are pretty extended on the higher time frames, but if you go to the 30-minute, price form the support at a previous support over here. Keep it simple. I'm going to secure at 10 pips. Move my stop loss up. Let's see what pips this is right here.
You got in at a good spot too.
You did? Or I did?
No, I said you got it in a good spot.
Nice, bro.
I mean, where it's at right now, well, I think like 4 pips, 3 pips away from where you got in.
Yeah, man. We're doing is just breaking levels. See a clean move to the left, and we anticipate this rising up before 7 o'clock. Now, if it doesn't, price comes into certain areas, like right down here, you just close 50%, let the rest go, and you're calm. No emotion. If you lose it, it's just a little money. You're not losing nearly as much as you were supposed to. But look like we filled this wick right here. We're reacting to it. But we got the retest, and this is the 30-minute. It's not like this is the 5-minute or the 15-minute. This is the 30-minute time frame. This is a good setup I like. The only thing I'm thinking about is the fact that this was the move during London. Is this move going to continue during New York?
That's what I thought as well. I thought we were just extended from London.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So I just closed out.
Absolutely. Who's in the hat? Is this Michael? Let's go, baby.
I think he's talking, but I can't hear him.
Oh, he's talking? I couldn't hear him. Well, anyway, welcome to the New York session, Mike. Waiting for a little volume push. Giovanni's in here. Here we go. Flip bullish. Giovanni, what's up, my man? Damn, am I on mute?
Everyone's on mute, I think.
Damn, we're sleeping still. There we go. There he is. Christian, you there?
Yes, sir.
We got that snowstorm last night. My house is at like 59 degrees. It's set at 70, but we have a big sliding glass door that's right by the heater. So obviously there's no insulation, so it's letting all this cold in. And I took that cold shower. My house is freezing, and I have a heater right behind me now.
Oh yeah, I know that cold shower killed you today.
Oh man, I was it had to be done, but brutal. What's up, Mike? Mike, do you like being called Mike or Michael? Collapse P&L, so I'm not looking at it.
Hey, Christian, where do you live at?
I live in Greenbelt, Maryland.
South. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Greenbelt, Maryland. It's like 15 minutes outside of DC.
Okay.
Where are you from? It's Justin?
Yeah, Colorado. I'm kind of used to the
real cold
winter weather. Yeah. This mountain near us, the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they've gotten like 85 inches of snow. So,
oh my goodness.
You know, down by me, I don't get that. But if we want to go up to the mountain to do something, I mean, you better have your winter tires on for sure.
Yeah, you used to the snow. I lived in Jamestown, New York for a bit. I played basketball out there, so yeah, it snows real heavy out there too. They used to have a change on the tires. They used to put the chains on the tires. That was something I'd never seen before.
Yeah, I remember that because I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So so I was pretty close to not close, but a couple hours.
Yeah. All right, let's see. 15-minute.
Hey, Stefanos.
What's up?
Hey, I think I don't know if I told you or not, but one of my biggest problems throughout throughout trading for me was going onto Instagram, seeing people's gains they had with different strategies, and then I would strategy hop. I would go from strategy to strategy to strategy without ever finding any real consistency. So, so go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So that's kind of, and I don't know if I ever told you that, but I would strategy hop, but I'm gonna, I want to stick with your strategy and the strategy and go for it and hopefully get some consistency with this.
I was gonna ask you like where you're at right now. Are you still doing that, or you do feel comfortable with this?
No, I feel comfortable with this. It's just because I was yesterday I was reviewing kind of what I've done in the past and what I'm doing now, and it was just difficult because I was having a lot of because I would be looking at other people's results they post on Instagram, and when a lot of people post on Instagram, it's often their best trades, and not all their trades, not their losses. I mean, some people post all their trades, but it's not the most common thing by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and that's very common. Like, you're not the only one. That's a lot of people get FOMO. I think that's like a natural, greed and fear is a natural emotion out of any kind of human being. But I think, especially with social media in this industry, it's very easy to look at other people, look at what they're doing, look at the cars they're buying, look at the houses they're buying, and ask yourself, why the hell am I not there yet? When with some of these guys, I mean, if it's real or not, some of them really are. Some of them have really done it and they've done a good job. But the thing is, they've put the work in and they've put the time in. They've started 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So, and they've really gotten their discipline down and all that. Their style, they like to show off what they've bought and all that stuff, which is, that's their thing. That's fine. The thing with you though is, and it's not just you, it's everyone else. You got to understand that, like, they've put that work in, and if you want that, you go for it and you do the same exact thing. So that's where it gets a little hairy for some people. The thing is that they stuck with their strategy, right? They had their strategy, they back tested it, they worked on it, they did everything that they had to do to perfect that strategy. And that's the thing that you have to do. It's not like their strategy is much better than ours or anybody else's. It's just that it works for them and they stuck with it. And you just got to ask yourself, what did these people do to get to where they're at right now? And that's what they did. And as long as you stick with it and not hop from one dude that bought a Lambo strategy to another guy that bought a Lambo strategy, and they're completely different, that you just got to stick with that.
Yeah, check that chart out that I've just posted when you get a minute.
Was this London?
Well, that was a London that I missed trade at the bottom,
Oh,
and then
nice.
that was the trade that I took at the very top when I felt like it was too extended.
Right up here?
Well, yeah, where the...
Yeah, that was a liquidity wick right there that I think we're in right now. So right here on the 15-minute, with my rules, if price passes the low of this 15-minute right here, I'm going to close 50%. I just wanted to look at this lead before
Yeah, no, got it.
I analyze yours.
Oh, that's strong there. Just concentrate on your trade first before you analyze mine.
Oh, it's all good. Close 50%. You close 50 on that bearish candle right
Yeah.
there? Okay.
And then I closed full as that liquidity wick started pulling right down close to me. Stop.
I like this being your move. Let's see. Entry impulse there after the retest.
Yeah.
Stop loss could be right down here, and this would have been your TP up here. Now I'm going to take some risk off of this just because I don't like some of these wicks. I don't like how it's up. What the view toolbars? Toolbox. Here we go. There we go. I don't know if I actually did I? Yeah, these candles are getting a little weak right here, but we are in a bullish trend. Dude, I gotta get Gabriel on the phone or something because my magic keys just don't show where my P&L are. They just disappear. I think I have to like restart them or something. Oh, I didn't. All right, cool. So this is my 10 pip profit mark, since I can't put my magic keys on here, but this is where I'm going to secure. And then this is the target, because as we know, GJ, that made sense, Lee, that entry.
Yeah, I get what you were saying.
Yeah, those of you that weren't in here before, but GJ loves to do the same exact thing over and over and over again. Creates a high, comes down, creates support, and comes up and retests that high. It's been doing that for, I don't know, months. Prices comes up, creates this high, comes down, forms support, comes up and retests the high. And all you have to do is just study that, analyze how it happens. Price is in this downtrend, this corrective phase, comes up, retest the trend, forms support right here at a previous resistance. All right. Prints a bullish candle, this would have been your move. Or this would have been your move after this liquidity wick right here to retest for the second time and then continue up. And that was a nice move right there. This is, yeah. Let's see where we're at.
At what point do you adjust your stop loss in profit?
When it's in profit?
Yeah.
So what my original rules have always been, as soon as we get to 10 pips, I'm securing 80%, moving stops to break even every single time, like clockwork. Now, as you get more and more and more comfortable with your pair, with the session, sometimes I'll secure 80% and I'll just move it up a little bit. I won't move it to break even because I'm comfortable with price doing what it's doing, because I know it's going to continue bullish, right? And the more and more comfortable you get, you can adjust your rules. The more you backtest, the more you study your pair and understand where it's moving, what it's doing at a certain time throughout the day, you're just adjusting your plan and making sure that it's right. Like what I've shared with you guys, I think with most of you that we've hopped on our second Zoom, is the after you've gone through the course, is the my original plan, and that original plan is really going to help you guys out. And I used to keep that right in front of me every single day. I would stick to it no matter what. In the beginning, sometimes, I would definitely deter from that plan. And that's where you learn. That's where you're like, all right, you know what? I can't do that. And I focused on discipline right from the get-go. And sometimes I would have slip-ups, just like some people have slip-ups with days and weeks and stuff like that when it comes to not only trading, but their personal life. Maybe they're not doing the things they're supposed to be doing, and they just have a down day. So,
have you got 2 entries on this?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just looking at your top right corner.
Yeah, dude, I just don't understand why Magic Keys just doesn't want to show me where my stuff. Like the only reason this line right here is here because I have the double entry.
What about your? What's the 2 green lines above that? Is that not partials?
I just put that there so you guys could see. This is 10 pips right here. This is my ultimate goal: take profit up here. Now, once price fills this wick, just because it's so like overextended, it's like, all right, there we go. All right, I just closed one of my positions because we're getting close to 7 o'clock and price could easily reverse to form its 1 hour wick. So the next candle could very well come right back down to our entry over here to form its bottom wick and continue up to our final take profit. Right? So you just want to be careful of that. Let's see.
I just closed 100% of mine because I haven't had a winning trade all week, and I was 7 pips in profit, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does that feel?
No, that feels really good.
Right?
Good work, Justin.
Now, the only thing I would suggest
Thank
a
you.
little bit different is that just secure 90%. Leave that 10% running. Put your stop loss at break even. That's what's going to start building your confidence with other than back testing. But when you're, just securing 90% instead of the full thing, secure 1%. Sorry, 1 second.
So did you just take an impulse entry on the half-hour time frame?
Yeah, I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Let me just do this. Sorry, Justin, I was in the middle of talking. I just gotta.
Oh no, it's all good.
Yeah, so this was an entry based on the 30-minute candle or 30-minute time frame where we had a previous resistance over here. We had a wick to fill and a clean move to the left. That's what we look for every single time, right? Clean moves to the left, easy moves, smart moves, and we're looking to mirror that to the top. Plus, we know how GJ is. The only thing that I was hesitant about is because the move happened during London, and this is just overextended. We got these retracements on the 30-minute. I wouldn't have taken this if this was the 5-minute, or I would have if it was the 15-minute. But if you look over here, just zoomed in a little bit, price came down with this wick right here, flip bullish, past the high of this candle right here. I've seen this set up many times on GJ, and that's where I entered. Price came up here, then came all the way back down to my entry, which is fine. I was comfortable. I know GJ pretty well. Months and months ago, I would have closed 50 right here. Actually, just a couple months ago, I probably would have closed 50 right here. Not as comfortable when it comes back to the entry. But instead, knowing GJ, I know that it's going to make its bottom wick on the next 30-minute candle. It's just making its bottom wick down here. If price comes down here to this area, I would have closed 50 because my original stop was right here. So if it came down here back to support, that's where I closed 50. And always have a plan after you take an, or right before you take an entry, you should already have your exit plan. So you see how price filled this wick right here, and now it's starting to retrace, which is fine. That's why I secured right there, just because of it being so overextended. Now, Justin, I apologize. What was I explaining to you about?
Well, we were talking about that this was my only winning trade of the week, and that it felt nice being in profit. And then we were talking about the consistency a little bit. But yeah, because I said I closed, and I was closed in 7 pips in profit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you're let's see. 47. Let's see. Yeah, it's a fine stop loss. You just want to make sure that you leave a little bit, just so that you build the confidence, right? Just leave 10% running, even 5% running if you can. And over time, you're really gonna start to be comfortable holding trades. Now, when this comes back to my entry, I'm closing 50% of this this pair right here. So 29. Oh, well, just close the full thing. Whatever.
I think we're definitely due a retracement anyway.
Yeah, it's like due for one.
Got to be.
So I accidentally, dude, I hate when MetaTrader does that, but that's all right. I'm happy. 5. closed.
So what pairs do you trade, Stefanos?
What pairs do I trade?
Yeah.
GJ is my main pair that I've back tested, studied everything. EJ is something. Well, actually, I'll start with gold. So when I was trading GJ, I would live backtest gold all the time, and I was trading a lot during COVID or before COVID, and then when COVID hit, the spread on gold for months was just brutal. Like not even worth trading at all. Like 5, 6, 7 pips, sometimes 10 pips. It was just almost stupid. Like there's no point of trading that. So I was also looking at EJ because I was always suggesting people. What's up, James? Always suggesting people that are just starting out as a trader to make sure that they're live back testing something like EJ or trading EJ, starting with EJ, not GJ, because EJ is a slower moving pair, but it's faster moving than UJ. And it's just a good pair to begin with. You can wait for candles to close. You can wait for those perfect setups. Not all your setups have to be an impulse entry like this, you know?
So
Morning, my man. So yeah, I have GJ main pair. That's where I'm always going to be looking for my main entry. And we have EJ and gold. But that gets built over time. You know, you start with the one pair and live back testing another pair, getting used to the other pair, the way it moves and all that stuff. We got Roy in here. I
What's
hear
up,
him.
guys? Good morning.
Roy, I went to sleep with that music last night.
Nice. How was it?
Oh, it was great. Turned the TV off and did that.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
Yesterday, all day yesterday, I was running on 2 hours of sleep, and you know, it's very hard for me to take a nap. I always feel guilty taking naps. Like it's just it's hard for me to sleep during the day. And I ended up just passing out. I had to. It just I was done. And then I woke back up a little bit, and then it's just I wanted to be very productive today. I knew I had to sacrifice yesterday to be productive today, and it's gonna pay off.
You gotta get some.
What's up?
Sometimes you gotta get some rest, man.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So I'm just gonna remove this. So for the record, I closed this early by accident. I went to use the closed feature on MetaTrader, and it closed full instead of bringing me to that menu to close partials. I can't do it on my my MetaTrader, my what's it called, Magic Keys.
Yeah.
But this was whoever caught this during London. I think it was Derek actually. Let's take a look at Derek's entry. Yes. See, this was a great entry. Let's see where he entered at. Oh no, this is looks very similar, but GU he took that entry on. And I was saying to him that he could have actually entered this a little bit sooner. This price passed the high of this candle right here. You could have put your stop loss right here, or even in the middle of the range right here, anticipating price to come up to this area and eventually retest this high as well, which would have been a great entry.
Was that New York session?
That was London. Derek wakes up early and trades London because he lives in Michigan and he's a cop.
Yeah.
This is EJ right now. Nice. Okay. Yeah, EJ is in that. Obviously, it's not in a range, and it broke out of the range, but it's in that slow moving bullish move. Like on Monday when we had President's Day, the way GJ moved, grabbed 10 pips on it, but like look how brutal this was to sit in. It's ranging, but it's in an upward trend, knowing that it's going to come up and retest that high. And I'm all over the place when it comes to like closing, securing, closing, because you have to manage risk in something like this. Price could turn around at any point. And I was able to grab my 10 pips, but I only closed 50 when I wish I closed the full, not full thing, but 80% right there. The reason I only closed 50 was because I already closed 50 down here when price came back to my entry, and I was just being conservative. But that was a hard move to be in.
Is it a good 15-minute entry on EJ?
Just make sure you're watching out for this.
SPR, that's what I was looking at, but I'm not going to enter. I was just to get your opinion.
Yeah, this down here would have been good to retest that high, but again, you'd still be in this range a little bit. So a great, you get the clean candles to mirror right over here.
Yeah.
Great is when price closes above this resistance up here, retest on the 15-minute. And EJ is something that you can trade on the higher time frames. It's very clean. Like let's look at EJ right now. So EJ is doing exactly what I said the other day. You got 127, 400, and 200 as a significant resistance on the higher time frames. That price retraced that price broke, and now it's retracing. It created this top wick to fill. Now it's retracing. The daily, you got this bullish candle that closed above. Nice push up. Now this candle came all the way back down to retest, and that's what I was saying was going to happen. It could be that price is coming into. If you keep zooming in, got this bullish trend. The price is in, and you can even take a look at this right here. All right, price is honoring that. It's going to come up, retest this higher time frame up here, or this resistance it formed. Now it's starting to retrace, closed above. This is could be a nice swing opportunity where we have this liquidity wick right here, closed bullish. If you put it would be a conservative entry putting your stop loss down here, just anticipating price to move up. Lee, that was would be a good entry, but on the higher time frames, like here,
yeah,
like with a wider stop loss right over here. Like you don't have to take this on the 15-minute. This is the 1 hour. Doesn't this look a lot cleaner and more? You'd be more confident in this with a wider stop loss right here, anticipating price to continue up. But is price going to range over here and then continue up when we get the New York Open or maybe 9:30? Is it going to correct this entire move? That's the question. Or is it going to range over here to retest this key level over here? Retest the trend line one more time before it starts heading up. Could definitely be doing that, but I'm definitely bullish on EJ. It's just
a question on that chart that you have up with that 1 hour.
This is the 1 hour.
Yeah. If you zoom in and see that long wick on the second candle from the right, does that necessarily mean to you that it's going up that because the sellers didn't have enough strength to push down the buyers and the buyers push it higher? Do you think that that's a sign that it's going to go up or not necessarily?
Yeah, so that's a liquidity wick right here, especially the fact that it closed bullish and formed support right here on the 1 hour. Again, this isn't the 15-minute; it's the 1 hour. But with me, I would like to see not just an like a a pass to the high of this candle. The thing that you got to understand is it's only 7-11. This is the 1 hour candle where price in the first beginning of the candle already passed the high of this candle, and that's what you want to be aware of. Is price going to range now over here before it continues up? And we might get a nice entry on EJ later, like a nice what do you want to call it? Like a nice swing trade. This you want to wait for that second close after this liquidity grab down here and then flip bullish. Wait for another close right here, and then we might get this at the 8 o'clock open. Make sense?
Yeah,
You want this candle to dilly dally a little bit over here, and then around 7:30, 7:45, then start passing the high of this candle. And that could possibly be your entry too, or up here, passing the high of this wick right here. Got a clean move to the left. That's what we're waiting for. Now, I like to put this over here just so you know I'm looking at it, but I'm not actually in it. Once I put it on the candle, that's how you know that we're, and plus I'm going back and forth with MetaTrader. So you'll see if I do enter this, but this is a nice possible swing opportunity to hold for the rest of the week, where price is going to come up and retest this high. This 4 hour candle didn't pass the low of this one right here. And as long as this 4 hour candle stays above this range over here, this should be nice. Also be aware of this zone over here to the left. James, did that make sense? I was just reading yours. What's up, Derek? I think James might be at work.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Good, good.
How was that ski trip?
That was great, dude.
Yeah?
It was great.
I'm jealous, man. I miss skiing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Much needed, too.
Oh,
It's quiet in northern Michigan, you know?
Yeah. Nice and windy up there, too, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like that trade you took on GU. Did that make sense with that earlier entry I was telling you about?
Yeah. So I actually journaled it on our Trello, group Trello. And I noticed I could have gotten in an entry earlier, but I didn't feel too comfortable with it, so I waited for a better confirmation.
Okay. You could have honestly put your stop loss right here. Enter this price past the high of this wick. Right?
Yeah.
Did you enter because it was passing the high of this one?
No, so it was actually on the 15-minute. It broke and closed above that level, which I liked, and then I just put the stop loss. I think it was about 12 pips, right around 12 pips.
Where exactly was it? If you could just direct me.
I may have put it below that wick right there. It's starting off.
Right here?
Yep. I put it right there. And then as it went into profit, it was like 4 or 5 pips in profit. I moved it up to just under the body of that candle.
Awesome. Just also, the more experience you get, the more comfortable you get with GU. I thought this was GJ before. I thought this is what you caught during London. It looks exactly the same. Yeah. Just understand that, like, sometimes you could put your stop loss like right in the middle of that range, and you're gonna have to backtest that more to get more comfortable. But it doesn't have to be all the way down here. If this is execution, passing the high of that candle, but especially if you're up here. But if you're passing the high of this candle right here, you could put your stop loss like right here.
Okay.
Anticipating price to continue up.
Yeah, normally I do like a hard 10 pip stop loss, but I've been kind of playing around with, moving my stop loss around just a little bit, just to
That's all right.
Have a little bit more space, a little more breathing room.
Yeah,
that trade ran like, I think, like 50 pips. I ended up closing it, so it went good.
Beautiful. I just want to see where DJ's at real quick. this baby's doing. Yeah, we're starting to get a little rejection right in this area, right over here. Right? Does that make sense? James, hold on. I like the idea of waiting until closer to New York Open, maybe. Yeah. It's all right, dude. I mean, these, like James, this is awesome because you're executing, and you're executing on these trades. This is where you actually learn. Like you're sticking to your rules. You're understanding the way price moves at certain times now, and that's what you're learning. And you just put that in your journal. And later on, you're going to be waiting for the 1 hour close or the second half of the 1 hour, for price to do what it wants to do. So this is the EJ right here. Now like price passed the high of this candle already here, right in the beginning of the candle. So typically that either means most of the time, like 80% of the time, that either means it's going to range or, it's just going to be a fake out and come back down. I don't think this is going to be a fake out at all. I just think it needs to take a little bit more time to actually get that impulse entry. Like that's not an impulse entry right there. In the first, I don't know what it was, 5-10 minutes of the 7 o'clock open. You don't want to take that as an impulse entry. You want to understand, okay, cool. It passed the high of that candle, but it's not like the entry opportunity yet. I'm going to wait a little bit for price to actually do that. Now, if this was 8:15, and that's the 1 hour setup right here, then maybe, because you got the New York volume coming in. And if you feel like your candles, like you could see the volume pump in, candle starts going like that, or it just starts pushing up. That's where you want to get in. We're volume traders. And all we want to do is catch candles like this, right? Clean moves like this, big candles. And when do those happen? You got to pay attention to the times. And you got to pay attention to when you get that volume pushing in. Because we're volume traders, and all we're doing, our goal is to hop into the market, not hop into the market and just take a trade. I didn't mean to say it like that, but our idea is to come to the market with a plan and understand, where am I going to get my 1 hour candle? Where am I going to get my 30-minute candle? Wakil actually talks about that all the time. I just want a 30-minute candle in this session as a scalper, and that's it. So is that 1 hour candle right here, or is it going to be the next candle for the 8 o'clock open? Just got to see where your volume is. But as I was saying on EJ, Jimmy, not James. What am I saying? We're in this bullish trend right here. We actually broke the 127 level, came up, created its high, came down to retest. Like I said, I thought it might retest down here and then continue up. But I was saying that it could possibly come back down to 127, 200, 400. But right now we're in this trend right here as well. This like secondary trend line over here. And this is a previous resistance, could be a support, just like it is over here, but retest this area, or either come up here, come back down here, and then continue up. Just many different scenarios, but you're just looking for that clean move. Does that all make sense, everyone? Am I clear?
Yeah.
Cool. And then gold is bouncing off. Man. I'm looking to catch these bigger moves on gold. Gold it's honestly a bitch. Like it's hard to grab those moves. So gold isn't a pair you really want to swing. You want to, you definitely can, but it'll come up and wake you out of nowhere. But right over here, price is in this channel on gold, right? It's the daily. Price has been bouncing. It bounced off this channel 3 times right here before it started coming down. And I was looking at this. The reason we missed this move right here was we were in GJ. And this is the candle I would have grabbed. As price passed the low of these candles over here, this little support. This was the move. And then price came all the way back up to retest and closed bearish like a doji, and then continued bearish to retest this trend line right over here. But price could certainly be, if it breaks this level over here, this support, major support, this is the 4 hour too, you know, we're heading down. And where are we going? This level over here. Possible supports it's going to come back down to retest, but this is going to be a nice move down here, especially with the strength of the dollar. If we have any, it's been a little strong in the past couple of days, probably with the stimulus talk and everything going on. It's very interesting. I like that idea a lot. Thanks, bro. Let's look at US 30, because US 30 has been bullish. See this? Just pushing up. And then gold is the complete inverse of the U.S. economy. So you got to understand that when U.S. 30 is going up most of the time, or the DXY, the U.S. dollar index, when that's bullish, gold is typically bearish.
I'm going to head off now anyway. I'm going to have some food and stuff. So.
All right, brother. Listen, keep your head up. You know, it's just a bad week. It's the beginning of your live journey, right? Yeah. So just keep the confidence and make sure that you keep the confidence by back testing, understanding your pair way more than you did this week for next week, and understanding the strategy a lot more this week than you did last week.
Yeah, I'm going to delete every other pair off my
there you go.
trading view.
A lot of this stuff I was saying in the beginning, wasn't I?
No, it's fucking.
I don't want to be that guy, but this is. I just want to point out how important discipline is. This is a brutal market. I say it all the time. It'll chew you up and spit you out quick if you don't, treat it the right way.
I know what I've got to do. I just need to do it.
What's up?
I know what I need to do.
You just got to do it, and that's the hard part. Because we all know what we need to do, and a lot of people don't do what they need to do. So it's, you're ahead of the game. You know how important that is now. So now you just got to do it.
Yeah. Like, discipline's in the right place. Always has been since the beginning.
Good. I know it is. So you have a good day, all right, brother?
Yeah, I used to. Hope you all get something out of this.
Oh yeah.
All right, bye, man.
Right. See you later. Bye.
Have a good one, guy. Lee.
Bye.
Now, James, unfortunately, at the cost of Lee, that's a good lesson for you to learn once you switch over to live, right? Unfortunately, at the cost of one of our guys, you got to that's a good opportunity for you to learn and understand how important discipline is. I've been telling you, live account, it's a whole nother ballgame. And any of you guys trading demo, you just got to understand that. Don't get discouraged by that. Don't let me scare you off with that. Just understand it's a whole nother game, and you got to really treat it the right way, because that's your money. Even if you're trading with a penny lot, you're still going to have emotion in it. And as long as you have a plan going into your session, understanding where price is going, and also understanding your pair and what it does at certain times, that's going to take the emotion out of it.
What happened with Lee?
Lee, in the very beginning, he's been demo trading, which is awesome, and then he finally switched over to a live account at the beginning of February. So he demoed all January, then he switched over to the live account in February, and he was kind of doing what Justin was talking about, right? Seeing other people's strategies on Instagram. In the beginning of the group, when we first started live trading, remember he would send in charts of just like buy limits, sell limits, of just trying to catch a wick out of nowhere. And then, there'd be no confirmation. It would just be that strategy is just, supply and demand, knowing that price is going to come tap the demand area and then just shoot up. and there was no confirmation at all. And he was seeing other people trade like that. And when you do that, and you don't understand that strategy too much, or you haven't back tested enough, it'll bite you. So that's why we wait for confirmations. We stay disciplined, stick with one strategy, stick with one pair. He was also looking at, like, he would send 3 or 4 different pairs of charts. And I didn't want to be the guy that tells him not to do that firmly. It's almost like, this is your journey. You have to figure this out. I'm going to tell you what I would do. I'm going to tell you the best case scenario for you, and you have to be an adult, and you have to take action on that and do the right thing. And he had to. It's valuable for him to learn the hard way, because he gets emotion in that, right? Or emotion out of it. And when you get emotion out of something, you're going to learn from it. Hopefully, you don't know.
Tell me firmly, Steph. Tell me firmly.
What'd you say?
Hey, if I ever do something, tell me firmly. Don't do that to me.
Listen,
be straightforward with me.
I got you, brother. But I know you're staying disciplined. You're sticking with one pair, one session, and all that stuff. So that's good. But I also need a learning curve when it comes to teaching or coaching you guys. Some people like to be pushed. Some people don't like to be pushed as much, or don't need to be pushed as much. And we need to get to know each other. Some people I really need to kick in the ass a little bit. But again, none of you I'm gonna baby. I'm not gonna baby any of you guys. You guys gotta be adults. Just gotta listen to what I'm saying. I'm leading you guys on the right path. You just have to trust that.
Sure.
What are these? Oh, this is Lee.
Hey, on GJ, on the 30-minute, would it be because looking at the chart now, if you look to the left, you see a resistance, and then today
which
you
resistance?
saw the
right here.
I'm sorry, down one.
Right here.
Down one. Yes. If you look left, there prior week's activity, it created resistance, and then if you look at today's activity, it blasted through that resistance and made a support. Would a good strategy be to wait for today's activity to come down, retest that support, and then enter when it retests support, and then with the plan to buy to go back up to retest the highs?
If this was the lower time frames, like the 5-minute or the 15-minute, absolutely. Wait for this high to be created, come down, form support, and take this up. This is the 30-minute. And the more you see GJ, the more you're going to understand that this was the retest. Bearish close, candle came down, grabbed liquidity down in this area over here, and it flipped bullish. Especially on the 15-minute right here, closed bullish, came down, grabbed liquidity, and closed bullish right here, a strong 15-minute candle. This is gradually coming up. It's having some issues the way it's coming up, and that's why I was securing at the wick fill. Where did I secure? I secured right here as price filled this wick up here, because I saw how these candles, have these bottom wicks. This candle is a weak candle right here. This candle has a bottom wick as well that didn't pass the low, but it tapped it. So normally when that happens, it'll start to come down and maybe form support to continue up. But that's why I secured up here. I would still be in this trade. My stops would be down here, continuing up. But by accident, I closed the full thing instead of securing. But then after that, I realized, listen, you have this is the 30-minute again, previous resistance, previous support, price broke through that. You got a clean move to mirror, which is my main confluence. But when you're up here, this is a place that you want to secure after 10 pips anyway, because the proper entry over here, you'd already be at 10 pips.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sound good? So
that's great.
So again, you want to wait. If this was the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the lower time frames, we don't even have to talk about the 1 minute. You see how price is reacting in this area? Like you have the clean move to the left, but also look how overextended GJ is. Look at the 1 hour. Just clean candles, which is beautiful, but the move was down here during London. Price came all the way up and filled this wick up here. And right here, you guys want to see examples of liquidity wicks? Boom. People in this is brutal. You know, you're in this, I don't know. I don't even know where you would enter this. Maybe right here for like a swing, clean candles to the left. And JP Morgan just took you right out before it started heading down. That's a liquidity wick right there. Banks, institutions, governments, they want to grab price at the best price. They push it up real quick because they have the volume to do it. We don't. And it just shot down. Another one right here. A little liquidity wick. It's retesting this level over here and just shot up. So we're having some issues in this area, right?
Hey, Steph, do you still keep your long bias, or you
Am I still in it?
My reach? Yeah, no. Do you still keep your long bias?
Oh, long bias, yes, yes. Just as GJ does every single time, and this will add not confidence to your trading when you study your pair enough and you see how GJ always comes up to retest that high after creating it and then coming down and form support. We've been bullish. We have bullish confirmations. The pound right now, England is on track for their vaccines. They're doing very well with those. They're figuring out Brexit, which is done, and they're having some kind of shipping issues right now with that as well. But overall, the pound is on track to be doing some good things right now. So vaccines are number one. The lockdowns are coming to an end. That's why GJ has been in such a bullish trend, just constantly pushing up. Comes up, creates a high, comes right back down to retest the high. Create support, grab liquidity to head right back up. Banks, institutions, they want to get in at these prices over here. And this is that trade that we called, I don't know, the first, what's it called? One of the first live sessions we had. We had this resistance formed right here. This was a news candle. Actually, not news. This was economic data coming out, already planned. News is just unexpected. Something happens in the news, like Iran gets bombed or something by the U.S., something like that. That's what news is. This is economic data. It's already, expected to happen, and you just have to study that economic data, what happens on your pair during that, and you go from there. But as you see right here, price does the same exact thing, comes down. This is a very key level right here. We said when it was a Monday, when price formed this high, we said price is going to come down to retest this trend line over here. It's kind of a messy trend line. Redo it for you. We said that we had a previous support right here, and 143 is a psychological level over here. And once we got price breaking out of this area over here, previous resistance, that this would have been nice. But what we were waiting for, I think I was trading this with Giovanni or looking at this with Giovanni, was we were waiting for that high to be created, this bearish trend to be retested, support to be formed, and catch this. We don't trade news. We trade the reaction to the news 5, 10, 15 minutes after, maybe even 20 minutes after the data comes out. That's what you want to trade. You don't want to trade this because this is gambling. You don't know where to put your stops or anything like that. This just happened. Like if you guys were trading on the 4th and this just happened, or the 4th, you would have seen this just shoot up. This would have been the entry over here to grab this move. But you guys see how GJ does the same exact thing every time, just repeats history. Boom. They're not always going to look exactly the same. High created, boom. High created, retested. It's going to look different, but it's going to look overall pretty much the same. So now it looks like we're continuing to push through right here. And for the record, I'd still be in this. I'd just have a runner going.
Do you think the dynamics of London session to the New York session are different? Meaning that like the way you trade one would be different than the way you trade the other?
Of course. There's different people, different banks, or different people doing business in different sessions, different people trading it, different sessions. Sometimes New York will continue the move from London. Sometimes it'll reverse the entire thing. And that's what you just have to pay attention to. How we all doing?
Patiently waiting, huh?
Yeah, man. Anybody in trades right now that they want me to look at?
My GJ buy was stopped at break even, so I moved my stop loss to stop loss break even, and then it retraced and it was stopped out.
Were you stopped that down here?
Right at the entry. Right at the entry.
Yeah, where was
I have the same. Yeah, the same as entry as you.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
take like the 30-minute. So you entered right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I closed my first 50% just like you when price retraced back to the entry. That's my first closing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved my stop loss to break even when price starting to move up by like 7 pips, and then it retraced back to the entry. So I have a question. So in the case when price retrace to your entry, like for the first time you close 50%, but for the second time, will you remain your stop loss at the same and just do nothing, or will you close another 50%, or do you close the whole position?
No, that really depends on the time, and it depends on the setup, especially the setup, and really what you're seeing. Again, that's something that's subjective when it comes to risk management. That I could tell you so many different things. I could tell you as much as I can, everything that I do, which I do, and it's still not going to click in your head until you actually go through it and see it and understand like your money is on the line. Like I wish I could give you guys like the holy grail and all of a sudden you guys are good, right? But some things in this market you're just gonna have to go through on your own. It's the same thing with like if you're in sales or something like that and you're role playing, you're doing you have your 100 calls and you're just role playing those and you're just watching somebody else do it and they're just they're just very good at what they're doing. You actually have to go through those conversations with people before you actually get good. It's the same thing in trading. It's the same thing in anything. If you're a plumber, you're just watching someone, do their job and create their trade. You actually have to go through that and do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're gonna, that's smart. You close 50 at the entry once it came back to entry. Then you have another plan. Okay, if price comes to this level, maybe I'll close 50 again, or I'll just let the same thing. I'll let the whole thing run, knowing that it's just a liquidity wick, and it probably won't come back down to this area, and it's gonna continue in my direction.
Yeah. Because it went for like 7 pips twice, so I don't think there's no reason why it should retrace back to my entry for the second time. Is kind of more risky to leave money on the table like that.
Yeah, and that's something you just got to get comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
You have to go through enough trades.
Yeah, like another person might say, when you win a trade, you have to, accept the fact that you might lose the money.
Yeah.
So if you close the first 50%, just let the trade play out. So I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It depends on the opinion of each person. So right now I think it's going up.
Yep. Yeah.
So if I didn't close, So if I didn't, move my stop loss to break even, so my remaining 50% now should be heading to take profits.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just got to go by probability with everything. What's the probability that price is going to continue up? If my trade is valid, if price passes the low of this, what's the probability of that buy still being valid? And always ask yourself why. What's the probability? Try to put numbers on that probability. Like, even though it's not accurate, you're still like, all right, there's like a 30% chance that price is, going to come right back down to this area, or 20% chance. Just go with the higher probability. Excuse me, I just got to use the bathroom real quick.
GJ going up.
Woo! Damn. There's GJ. Well, we caught part of it. Now, guys, pay attention to this. These are the candles you want to grab. Look at the time. So you know that right after 7:45, that 15-minute candle, it's going to push. And this is what I was talking about. The second half of the 30-minute candle, it's just pushing up. It's a nice move. And it would have hit our TP. Would have been nice for Magic Keys not to, or MetaTrader not to fuck up and close my position, but whatever. We'll take it. Got the whole crew in here today. Missing some guys, but it's all right. Now we reanalyze. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I have to journal this. This would have been a nice entry right here. Or an even tighter stop loss. Maybe like right here, 8 pips. Price past the high of this candle, anticipating 7:45 a.m. volume before 8 o'clock. And that would have been a move. I should just leave this chat up. I don't know. 4 hour. Right here, James? Yeah. Yeah, that would have been nice. It's 30 minute, 15 minute. Guys, always journaled the trades you would have taken. So annoying. So that lost yesterday. How's everyone doing?
Good. Watching you
Yeah, doing
journal.
good. I'm looking at EJ. Do you think there might be a buying opportunity on EJ?
Very well could be. Let me just take a look. Little note for myself. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this would have been a nice entry as price past the high of this candle over here. I want to look at higher time frames right now. Right here. Wait for, oh yeah, if anyone's taking this right now, just be aware the fact that the 1 hour candle is going to come down and create its bottom wick. That's where you guys could get in. And it very well might not, but we're going with probability, and probability says that most of the time price creates its bottom wick before it continues up. So you might be able to get a better entry. Hopefully you guys aren't getting in right here. Nice, James. But James, you see what I was talking about before with second half of the candle? It's making that push. Like that's the legit impulse entry. Not in the first 2 seconds. When it passed here and then started dancing around to create its bottom wick. Yeah, 1,000%. So now you guys know that. It's the same thing with GJ too. Nice, James. Perfect. Ooh, what is this over here? Thing is right here. This whole area. Typically, I'd like it to clear before coming up. I'm talking about the long buy, the swing move. If you look here on the 1 hour, prices in this area, previous rejections over here, it could very well consolidate over here to then continue up. But I don't want to ruin any of the energy. All right, we're coming up to the 8 o'clock open. Let's see what price does. Is it going to come down, grab liquidity to continue up? See, my EJ chart is like much different on MetaTrader. We get a wick fill, but right now we're at a higher time frame resistance. Yeah, that's a rejection right here. We got rejected by these candle bodies. Price got rejected right here as well, or right here. This was a rejection. This is a liquidity wick. Price came all the way above resistance and then came right back down below resistance. So we could be consolidating in here. But my EJ, I don't know why. Liquidity provider is different. You guys see this zone over here? This order block? We're starting to come into that. That's just what I'm being aware of, but we got a clean move to the left. Gold isn't giving us anything. Rory, I feel like that music's putting everyone to sleep.
We turn it off.
I like it.
It's funny. I just
Yeah, it
noticed that
calms
on
me
there.
down so much.
What's up?
So it's funny. I just noticed the music playing in the background. I'm on my
Yeah.
phone, so it's hard to hear a little bit. But
It's nice
I-
and friendly.
I do the same thing. I put noise canceling headphones on and I listen to like some ambient music like that when I trade. It keeps me focused.
Oh yeah, I listen to. I don't know if you guys could hear any of this, but share sound. Dude, this when I'm back testing, we might get the wick fill right here, but this is still a rejection. Sure, we got. Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Like this kind of music puts me in the zone so much it's not even funny. If you put your phone on the other side of the room and throw this on, it's like you don't care about the world, you don't care about anything going on other than your work, and that's it. You're so at peace. If you guys want this playlist, maybe I could share it in here, but the link to it is in my Instagram bio. Let's see, copy.
So I listen to it's called Deep Focus.
Okay, it's probably the same stuff as
yeah, it's very
Rory.
similar.
Here you go. In the chat for you.
Good stuff. Good vibes.
Oh yeah.
The music fits your background, Roy.
Yeah, Rory's just in the zone right there. Just
Looking for a trade, looking for a move.
yes, sir. We got this clean move. I was just being worried of this area over here. I thought, like, I am bullish on EJ. I'm just thinking it could reject in this area over here, and then create support again, and then finally come up. Like you see how this, it's 8:05. You see how price passed the high of that candle already, and now it's starting to have some issues in this area. That's the stuff I look at, and with time, you guys are gonna start looking at the same stuff.
See, I don't like that it doesn't have a bottom wick on it either.
Yeah.
So it didn't make that initial push down and then go up. It just kind of continued up, which, in my opinion, usually ends up flipping sometimes.
Normally, if we just had this clean move to the left and this move right here was over here as well, and this wasn't even here, I wouldn't be as cautious of it. But the fact that it already passed the high and now it's starting to reject a little bit in this area, if you guys were in this buy from here, and you came up here, this is where I would secure in this area over here, right? I just take a piece off, maybe even move your, actually I wouldn't even move. Yeah, if your stop loss is down here, I'd move my stop loss up here a little bit. Or just secure. It's really up to you and what your risk management rules are. Oh, who's newly in this? Nathan's not here yet. But Michael, this is his first live, and I hope a lot of this is starting to make sense. And if it doesn't, it certainly will, in a day or two. Maybe by Friday or next week, once you're running through the course and everything. This stuff should start to make sense, but I hope I'm like as clear as I can be. And Roy, is this all starting to like really catch on for you?
Yep.
Cool. Did you take any trades this morning?
No.
Okay. So you're just live back testing. You're learning right now. That's fine. Yeah. You got to sacrifice a little time not making money or taking any trades, being part of the action, and just learn. Just watch like a hawk. Hey, yes, I'm watching and listening when I can. Okay, cool, man. I know you're at work. I get it. We could get a little retest and the support formed in this area over here. And then 830 volume could push us up. Or 815, we could get just like a rocket. Remember the second half of that 30-minute candle. Maybe 815, 820.
That's coming right up.
I have a trading view question.
Yep.
How do you? I don't have a mouse with me right now with my laptop. How do I zoom in and zoom out? Like I'm looking at the daily on a pair right now, and I only can see back a certain number of days, but I want to see back more days to try to see an overall trend. But I don't know how to zoom in and zoom out without a mouse.
It's going to be tedious without a mouse. I believe you could just like put your two fingers on the little pad there, and you could just push it up and down lightly. Does that work?
Yep, that does it. Awesome.
That does it. Also,
thank you.
You know, you could scale when you put your mouse on these numbers and hold down, and then down here as well. Right?
Okay.
And then, you know, for you with a laptop, it's going to be harder. So when you go all the way to the left, just to find out where the next target would be, just right click and hit reset chart. And it should bring you right back to where you were.
Oh, yeah, that works. Thank you.
Yep. So anybody that could talk, like how has your week gone so far? If there's any questions, we could, you know, obviously talk about it.
Not great for me because I had only had the one winning trade this week, but it's starting to make more and more sense. So
Good.
I am gaining confidence.
Yep. And you're gaining experience, even though you're not taking that many trades, you're watching. And
right.
You know, it just takes time. A lot of people want to just hop in and start getting rich real quick, and it's just not the way it is, unfortunately. But to me, it is fortunate because everyone would be doing this, and there wouldn't be anything special behind what we're learning and what we're doing on a daily basis. But it's just the name of the game. You just got to be patient. You got to learn, and the key to it is embracing the fact that, you know, it is going to take a little bit longer to learn something, or embracing the journey that you're on. And that's what creates happiness. If you're always looking forward to, oh my God, like I'm trading right now, I can't wait for next year where I'm making serious money and all that. It's okay to say that, you know, everyone does. But at the same time, you know, focus on the day, focus on like, okay, what am I going to learn today? Okay, we have this session during New York. Let's now go back after New York and let's review the session and start embracing that. Embracing playing back testing on a simulator, back testing on TradingView for an hour instead of playing video games. And you're going to start to feel better about yourself too. You start to build confidence. Sticking to the things that you say you're going to do, that's what breeds that confidence for you, especially in the markets. But even more importantly, in your personal life as well, you start to really believe yourself and stick to what you say you're going to do.
Yeah, besides that buy on Monday that you doubled down on, I tried to do the same thing, but I messed up with my magic keys and it was a buy stop, so it never went through. Other than that, I haven't made a trade.
What was that trade on Monday? Thursday, EJ. Oh, was this one or Monday in New York? Tuesday. Okay.
A nice little buy that you
First
doubled
one.
down on.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to I hopped in there, but my magic keys.
That's right. You were at that buy stop. I remember
I
that.
thought I was in, and I wasn't even in.
It was like up here or something.
What's that?
The buy stop, like we were already up here at the
Oh,
time.
I just didn't. I had never seen that on my magic key, so I didn't know what it was doing.
Yeah.
I knew something was up, so the trade didn't go through.
It's all right. I would go to magickeys.com and learn, you know, what you like all the keys, learn how to use it. I only use like 4 or 5, but learn like what market pending is. Learn like
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
all
that
it
the
was.
bottom left button switches from buy to a sell. You know, there's many different options on there. You don't need to use all of them, but it's good to know how to use them.
Yeah.
But guys, if you take a look at this, I know a lot of you know how I journal, but you know, this is the detail you want to put in. Guys like Derek putting a lot of detail in your stuff. Wendy's not in here, but there's a lot of guys that have been doing a really good job. Kiro, a lot of guys in Europe who and in Asia who aren't on here right now, but they trade other sessions. They send their charts and journals into this group journal right here, previous dates. But who is this? Noah? I think this is Noah. Looks like a Noah chart. So each week we're all adding our analysis into here. And Derek, yeah, you're doing a great job over here. Look at this detail. You think Derek won't be like really confident and good in the next 6 months, 5-6 months by doing this and going back and reviewing it? Like that's awesome. This is what I do. You know? Like good title, obviously his name, but the date. Derek, you might want to start putting the time in there. Put the exact time that you took it. Not 7:30, but 7:23. You know? But other than that, like this is what you want. Right here. This is another one. Just put time and effort into it. And like I always point out, like this is where you put the detail. Don't put the detail on the chart. These need to be just one sentence, real quick breakdown so other people can understand them. You can understand them. And it's not tedious to go back and read your chart and you're just sitting there forever trying to figure out what you were doing. Just make sure it's just one quick, you know, did this, cool, done. 3, this, done. Here is where you put all that detail that you want. But keep doing this. It's tedious. I know. It's annoying to do. Right? But you know it's going to help you out. It's going to make you better. It's like studying film. See, we're starting to reject a little bit this area over here, or have some issues at least. This is where you drop down to the lower time frames to see what's going on, creating resistance right over here. And this was that previous support. So on the 5-minute, it's but if you're in this trade, don't put too much stock in this. If this is the 5-minute, right? And if you're in a buy from down here, where you want to pay attention to is this little support. If this breaks and closes below, then you know it's not good. Don't like manage your trade or get scared of price just being in here, because this is the zone. And if price respects this support right here on the 5-minute, it'll continue up. But if it starts to close below, starts to come right back down into this area, you'll probably want to close 50%. And that's why we drop down to the lower time frames, other than knowing that price is reacting to this trend line over here. You see this mini bullish trend. Am I breaking up at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool.
I thought you were, but I thought it was my my ear pods as well. So,
Okay.
But you're fine now.
I just got like a little alert about my Wi-Fi for some reason. My Wi-Fi has always been good, but it just said might be a low connection. Get a little update on the snow. Wow. Shit. Damn. Dude, I feel like a kid again. We haven't gotten snow like this in the past like we have in the past couple of weeks. In years.
You got some fresh snow again last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
How much?
Right now it's only at like 2 or 3 inches.
What are you supposed to get?
I think 6 to 8.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Dude, it's been years since I was like a freshman in college. But then again, I was up in North Jersey. We used to get snow all the time. During the winter in that parking lot, which was brutal trying to get parking anywhere, there was always snow like piled up in there. Snowing like once, twice a week or every 2 weeks. So you guys see why the lower time frames are valuable too? This keeps you, they can either rattle you or keep you calm, and as long as you know that price isn't going to close below the support, you might be good when it comes to securing. And we might be getting that push right now. As I said 820. The second half of the candle. It's
You thinking buys?
I think it's a little too late to get in right now for me.
Yeah.
And I already got my win for the morning. But that's exactly what I was saying. So write these times down. 8:20. Hey Derek, you were you in here when I was pointing at your journal?
Earlier. I just dipped out for the last probably like 5 minutes or so. I was at the phone.
Oh, it's all good. I was saying to always like write your time down. Like your journals are perfect, like the detail and everything in it. The only thing I would do differently is write the exact time that you took this, and make it the exact time, like 8:20. Like if you're trading EJ right now and you took that 8:21, you want to write that in your journal so that you know when the volume pushes, because we're volume traders.
Right.
But other than that, dude, awesome.
Yep. It was a good night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a lot easier to journal when you win a trade than it is to lose a trade. The discipline needs to come in when you lose that trade and you don't feel like journaling it.
Exactly.
Got to do it anyway. You have to understand that any successful person, they know how to manage their state. No matter what they're feeling, how they're feeling, tired, down, maybe they just don't feel like doing something someday. They know how to snap right out of that and do it anyway. And completely change, go from like being just down on themselves to waking up and they're fine. So you want to practice that too. Yeah, this is definitely a trade I would have been on. And EJ, I just already took my trade. I'm good for today, for now at least. Let's look at what we got with gold going on. US 30 coming down. GJ. Here we got that rejection on GJ. And then now it's filling the wick. Wow. Oh man, I got in down here and missed this whole thing. That's all right. I could easily blame MetaTrader, but we're not going to do that. That's on me. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yes, sir. 25 pips. That New York volume. Everyone saw that London move. Woke up, saw GJ bullish and wanted to get in. New York Open. Shut up. See how we had like a smaller volume over here in pre-New York, and then you have all that volume in New York after the Open? And then right before the Open as well, 7:45. What's up, Duke?
Oh yeah, do you think the push is unusual? I think it was overextended for a while and then it kept pushing up. Is it unusual? Unusual is like something you don't see very often.
No, this is pretty normal with GJ. GJ moves quick. What I was saying though was, in the pre-market, pre-New York, sometimes we get a lot of volume in pre-New York, but we definitely get a lot of volume normally, higher probability in the New York session. Once 8 o'clock rolls around, we should get our move. But if you look at the 4 hour, look at this.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh yeah. We got part of it.
Everybody's got their video off today.
Hey, all right. That's all right.
Everybody's in ghost mode.
Just do whatever you want. Never mind. Got the boy in here.
There's Christian.
There he is.
There he is.
So let me turn my camera on.
What?
What up, Roy? I said, let me turn my camera on. I just heard Roy. I said, let me turn my camera
He's trading with you.
That's the best, man.
Yeah, man.
Disciplined little kid, huh?
Yeah.
The other one over here. Say what up, CJ.
Oh, there's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? Be a good little trader.
Hey, right. This one right here be watching the charts with me for real.
He'll be what?
Yeah, he just stares at him like he likes to look at him. It keep him quiet sometimes. Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 10 months. He's turning 11 months on the 2nd next month.
Rory, how old is Wilder?
He's gonna be 2 in May.
What?
Yeah.
I was gonna say they kind of look the same age a little bit.
Dude, just like that.
That's nuts.
I know, man.
Good for you guys. At some point, I'm taking it easy. I'm staying patient with it.
Oh yeah, no rush.
Derek's got a couple kids too.
Yeah, this is like take profit.
What's up, Duke?
Yeah, the kids are like take profit.
Yeah,
right.
Profit too.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
Oh.
Worth every penny.
I could be his uncle.
Oh man, precious, beautiful.
What do I have to do today? Update that.
Ooh.
I think I'll go, guys. Thank you very much.
Duke, have a good night, man. All right.
You too.
Later,
All of
Duke.
you. Happy trading. See you later.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Looking at EJ right now. Might be coming down. Like if we form a support, that's what I'm looking for the long-term buys to come up and retest this area. Put my stop loss down in this area over here. Let's see if I do. See, we're getting rejected by this area over here to the left. Just want to see something. Yeah, we definitely could on GJ. I'm going to enter a long-term swing. On EJ.
How do you do that, Stefanos?
Do what?
Do that long-term swing trade. How do you do that?
Just place your stop loss wider, and you hop up to the higher time frames. So I'm gonna anticipate price to continue bullish on EJ. Oh, didn't mean to do that. To the 4 hour. I'm anticipating price obviously cleared that way over there. $25 pip stop. I'm like, this is what I'm really working on, is grabbing these bigger moves. I'm a scalper. I pay attention mainly to technical analysis. I definitely pay attention to fundamentals as well. Euro is strong, just like the pound. I understand that price, once it creates that high, it's coming down to retest a very strong level over here. So it could be pushing up from that to retest this high up here. And then just take the risk. You see it enough.
So how long are you thinking you'd be in that trade? 4 hours at least?
This is an intraday trade. This isn't a swing trade. Very well could be a swing trade. I doubt it, but an intraday trade where you enter in the morning and then you hold it till nighttime. Or maybe even noon, where price eventually comes up here. But this is an intraday trade. Now, where did I enter this so that I know? Lower risk, 127, 718. 718, 127. 718. And 27,441. Oh.
You think it's going to continue bullish right now?
Yeah, I do. Oop. No. There's about a 1-to-2 ratio. I could have definitely entered a little bit earlier, right down here. But I have a wider stop loss below this 4-hour candle right here. So if it comes down here, the trade's probably invalid. Okay, so. Rejecting this area a little bit.
Yeah.
But this should continue up. There's a high probability that price continues bullish. To clear in this area on the 4-hour, right down here. But it's trying to get past here. But we had a clean move right here that we could be mirroring. This is what I caught Tuesday or Monday on GJ. Caught that retest of the high. It's the same exact trade. Just different pair.
Now on that trade, since you'll be walking away from it potentially, it's either going to hit your profit or your loss, huh?
Yeah, that's the strategy. You obviously can manage it the same way that you do on the lower time frames. Price past a certain key level. You just want to make sure that you're securing or secure at a level. Then people just let it run and let it take profit or stop loss, whatever it does. But that's a completely different strategy. So you might want to try that on another account.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet.
It's all right. It takes a while, especially holding trades over a long period of time. You being in real estate, that might be beneficial for you. And a little bit more calming. Just understand that, like, losing is okay. You're going to have a lot less of a winning rate when it comes to trading like this. If you trade like that, where you just let it hit your stop loss, let it hit your take profit, you just let it go, walk away, that's it. Not securing or anything like that. Your winning rate is going to be a lot lower, but you can be a lot more profitable doing that. You're going to take less trades. You can make a very good living just taking a couple trades a month doing that. With the way we scalp, you need a high winning rate to be successful at it. You need like a 60, 70, 80% winning rate with the way we trade. You could be profitable and have a 30 to 40% winning rate doing this. Make sense?
Yep.
Good. These sessions go so quick when we're live streaming.
Yeah.
At least for me.
GJ is still bullish, huh?
Oh yeah. Gold is messing around. Yeah. What do I need to update?
All right, everyone, I'm gonna head out. I'm in that EJ trade too.
Awesome.
So I'll see everyone tomorrow.
Yes, sir. See you later, Justin.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you.
Of course. I'd like a nice push through this level. That'd be nice. Mirror these candles come up over here.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to clear this order block over here, which is honestly something I probably should have waited for. Let's see. I need to add. Add to this. Michael's in here. I don't know if he could hear me right now, but I just added you to the SFX Trading Group co-op journal, so you guys can add your journals into here under the week, or if you're backtesting previous dates, you can take a look at this and move forward from there. Noah put this in the wrong. So this is Wednesday. Right there. And this is previous dates. So I'm backtesting September right now of 2020. I'm just doing that on TradingView. Just going through a couple trades every once in a while and adding them into here. So that's what previous dates is. And then obviously we have the weeks. Welcome, Michael. Almost go to Mike again. Michael. So if price starts coming below the support, actually Justin's not in here anymore, but you know, I'll close 50 down here. It's the same exact thing on the lower time frames when you're scalping. The way you manage trades, it's like you have an exit plan. Comes down here, that means it could be invalid. Comes down here, definitely could be invalid. Could close another percentage, but you do understand it's a swing, so you want to give it a little bit more time to breathe, a little more room.
Why don't you put it out there?
Because I'm not in there. Giovanni. Gold, huh? Gold we're ranging. On the 4 hour? Yeah. Yeah, but again, you want price to clear this area. You got 3 wick rejections over here on the 4 hour. You want price to clear that. If you look at the higher time frames, it's, and then plus we're kind of at a support, higher time frame support over here, critical zone. So you want price to clear this area up here for a buy, or you want price to clear this area down here for sell to retest these lows. and retest this bearish trend. But as we see, when price bounces off of this, normally starts to come bullish. So if we want to see that again, we got this over here. But overall, I'm a little bearish on gold. 1778. Yeah, perfect.
Fellas, I'm about to head out. I got to do virtual school today, so
All right, brother.
log on. All right, y'all.
All right.
Go kill it. All right.
All right.
Talk soon, brother.
Later.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out of here in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Are you in anything, Roy?
No.
Giovanni, Michael? I think Michael's working. Giovanni's just eyeing gold, I guess. Possible retest on GJ. Yeah. I'm looking at this area right here as a key level. Hopefully we form a support right here and continue up. Yeah, Roy, this is one of those things where you're gonna have to watch more and watch the higher time frames, watch the lower time frames, always be in tune with what's going on all the time frames. Then you're gonna start journaling, which you should be now. Like journal this trade that you could have taken, could have actually entered right over here instead of up here. And eventually there's going to come a time where you've seen it enough where you're confident enough to take low risk, All right, that'll be your first entry. You win or lose, doesn't matter. You're journaling it, you're learning from it. But there's gonna come a point in time where like you're almost intimidated to take an entry like this. So that's where you have to just enter. Low risk, just do it.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. It's just money. You're gonna make it back with the skill. That's why you pay attention to building that skill first. But with that said, I wish you guys a ton of luck today. Only got 4 of you guys left on here. We had a bunch in here today, but everyone was sleeping. But we had a great day. Just keep it up. It's Thursday, coming to the end of the week. Friday, obviously a lower volume day, so you want to be careful tomorrow. And take it from there. Back test today. Rory, get that back testing in. Giovanni, get that 1 hour in. Michael, if you could hear me, just get 1 hour in a day of back testing. Once you get home from work, just 1 hour a day. Tell yourself you have to get it in. And you should be good from there. So again, I wish you guys a ton of luck today. Kill it, push it today, get the most out of your day. Focus on each hour that you gotta, be productive in. Kind of double time things, like normally when you're taking your time with some things, just double time it a little bit. Just pick it up. All those tedious things you have to do, get that shit done, and then get back to your work. Rory, whether it's real estate or trading, there's so many things throughout the day that take so much more time than they should be. So just budget each hour, focus on each hour, and get the most out of it. And then when the hour's done, look back on the hour. What did I do in this hour that I could have been doing better? That's how you get better. That's how you get more productive. All right, brother?
Cool.
All right, guys.
All right.
Pleasure. I will see you tomorrow, all right?
All right, man.
See you guys. See you, Giovanni. Michael.